Hey guys, I just found a new trade idea I think you're really going to like. So let me show you. Come here. Let's have a look. Come here. All right, guys, so what I'm looking at today is the airline stocks, and they continue to look very toppy, and I do think a next down leg here looks to be quite possible. So we're going to go through a couple here so you see what I'm talking about. Looking at Delta Airlines here, you can see very much obviously had a big rally off of those 2011 lows there. Started topping out in the early part of 2015, and really ever since we've seen a big consolidation phase. Well, recently the stock has been sort of puttering along the lower end of this range, and I think right now it's starting to look heavier and heavier. Let's look at this on a daily chart so you guys can see what I'm talking about here too. You can see we continue to see a series of lower highs, and maybe we're making another lower high here in Delta. You can see some rejection candles so far today. As I'm recording this, some selling here, and I don't think it's unreasonable to see at the very least a move into the low 40s, maybe the high 30s as the first upside target, downside target in United Airlines. Another one we can look at is United Airlines. Let's first look at the weekly chart. Very similar pattern here, not surprisingly to Delta. In other words, big blow-off rally into those 2015 highs. Basically, obviously, we came off those highs and then consolidated, but once again, here too, this stock is consolidating at the very lower end of its range. And you can see we're sort of building this fairly tight pattern here that, considering the pattern of lower highs here, it may just want to resolve to the downside. You can look at the daily chart here as well. Same deal here. We're consolidating down there, so maybe the path of least resistance indeed is going to be to the downside. Then last but not least, JetBlue. We'll look at this one also on the weekly chart, and you can see what's taking place here. Very similar situation again. Blow off rally into actually, this one actually rallied much longer into the latter part of 2015, or at least into the autumn. And again, it's very much at the lower end of its sort of topping pattern here. I would argue it's already kind of below it, but you can see what's taking place here. We're seeing weakness upon weakness, and usually that is not a great sign. So the airlines here, in my opinion, look good. To the short side, there's multiple ways of playing this. If you look at things like implied volatility on some of these names are quite cheap, so you can actually buy puts or put spreads. But I do think something like a Delta Airlines here, since it's the first one I showed you here before, shouldn't be too difficult to believe that from right here, right now, and move into those high 30s. Making good for about 7-8% move is very, very reasonable. So that's what I'm seeing here. Please follow me on Instagram, folks, if you want to see a little bit more about the trader lifestyle and my life in that sense, behind the scenes, what I do, how I do it, a little bit the tools I use, the things I do. Follow me along. I get some tips and tricks along the way, and kind of see what it looks like to be a trader and a trade idea generator and advisor in that sense. Also, please guys, like the video, give me some thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that, so I move up in the YouTube ranks. And as always, I will see you in the next video.